Hey guys, we are live. Thank you so much for joining me today. Super excited about today's session. Doing another one, yet another live emotion code session. I'm really excited about it. I'm just before we get started here, I'm just gonna make sure that I tag the person I'm going to be working with, Melissa here. So bear with me for 1 second while I just find out how I can tag her in here. So let's see here. Um, Let's see at Melissa, and boom. Okay, so we'll go like that, and there we go. Okay, so we've got that, and then Melissa, if whenever you're in here, just feel free to let me know when when you get in here. If you just want to send a little like hey or whatever, and then we'll kind of get started here. And guys, if you're just joining, feel free. I'd love it if, well, if you've ever thought about getting a free session done yourself or anything like that. Hi, Melissa. Definitely check out. I'll just kind of leave this stuff here. So, follow me at Periscope, Facebook, Instagram. I'm actually going to be moving all of this Facebook Live stuff to Periscope and going to be doing like 90 straight days of just nonstop, or not nonstop, but like every single day for 90 days. I'm going to be doing a live healing. So, if feel free to follow me on Periscope there, and throw me a like or whatever on Facebook, Instagram, follow what I'm doing there. But anyway, so let's just go back here and we'll take that off there. And Melissa, all right, I'm super excited. So today's really cool. Today we're going to be working on a specific task. So I don't know if any of you out there, I know I'm definitely guilty of doing a specific task, something that I know that is going to be extremely useful for me, but I know for whatever reason I procrastinate on it. I have a lot of anxiety around it. Or I just feel like too late, like lazy, or I just don't want to do it, whatever it is. There's a lot of resistance to it, but I know it's going to be something that's incredibly beneficial. And today, that's kind of where we're at right now. So recently, Melissa and I have joined this coaching program called the Inside Out Coaching Program with Emmanuel Zavaios and Todd M. Cahill. And one of the main things that we're working with is this 5-year vision statement, where basically we take what we want to do in the next 5 years, write out a vision statement, and sometimes with that kind of stuff, it can be definitely very challenging to do it. So I was talking with Melissa here. She says that she's having a little bit of trouble coming up with this statement and kind of getting started with it. And as it says in the thing here, what I'll do is I'll show up my screen here. So on here we have Melissa. She's 42 years young, and she's dealing with some stress with completing that 5-year vision statement. So right now she's at about an 8 out of 10 as far as that stress goes. And then if you if you want to, Melissa, maybe just throw in a little "yep, you sure am," blah blah blah, or whatever. But yeah, so we're going to work with that and show you how we can kind of help to alleviate some of these things with specific tasks that you want to accomplish, and why there might be something underlying that's preventing you from accomplishing that, rather than just the universe isn't allowing it, or whatever you want to, whatever. So there could be underlying imbalances with that. So so today the emotion code, just to give you a quick little representation of what the emotion code is. It's an energetic healing modality that was created by Dr. Bradley Nelson. um, the idea is that throughout our lives we have different experiences where we feel these emotions. And if you look at the chart of emotions here, there's about 60 different emotions on this chart. So throughout our lives we have different experiences where we feel these emotions, but we don't just feel like the average everyday anxiety or failure or whatever it is. It's like that particular day, either we're imbalanced, or we feel it so powerfully that it actually gets a little ball of it, like kind of like a tennis ball or baseball, about to the size of like a small melon, can actually get lodged anywhere in your body. And these things actually start to disrupt your energetic field, and it starts to disrupt that and cause pain, cause physical challenges, causes mental challenges, things like that. So this is kind of like the basic, or what is actually like the underlying root cause of a lot of different things. So the cool thing with this is that through muscle testing. So what I do is I do muscle testing. It's called applied kinesiology. I use a ring and ring method where I basically give me a yes or give me a no, and that gives us a clear line of communication with the person's subconscious. And by doing that, because their subconscious mind knows exactly what's going on with them and has known exactly what's ever happened to them for their entire life, me, you, whatever it is. And the cool thing about this is I'm actually at my house in Victoria, BC. And Melissa, if you just want to type in there, where you're from, so people can kind of get an idea of, like, we're definitely not even in the same room, or I don't even think we're in the same country. So this is an idea where we can actually do distance healing, and it doesn't matter where the other person is. I could be here and someone else could be in China or Russia, and I could still do a treatment. Who knows? Maybe if they're on the moon, we're not going to worry about that. But yeah, so the cool thing is we can work distance, and this whole subconscious thing, we actually have the unique ability to kind of put aside our own needs temporarily, to take on the subconscious of someone else. So me as a practitioner, I can actually do muscle testing on behalf of Melissa, which is really, really cool. So then that way I can do all the releasing on my end, but then she gets the benefit wherever she is. And it sounds kind of bizarre. And if I didn't have the different experiences of seeing how this worked, I would think I was bonkers. But this is actually super cool. It's insanely effective. And we're going to see that at work today. So how do we release these emotions? So what we do is we use this muscle testing to find the emotions. We kind of break it down. Is it in column A? Is it in column A? Is it in column B? Which one of the rows is it in? We find an emotion. And then once we find an emotion, typically what we do is we find an age of when that occurred. And then once we do that, basically we just have to ask the question, do we need to know anything else about it? Like 99% of the time we don't. And Melissa, if you want to be a little bit more participate a little bit more, you don't necessarily have to. But if we go through something and something kind of pops in your head where you're like, okay, cool, yeah, like that motion at that time makes sense. You don't have to put the event down if you don't want to, or you can if you want. But yeah, just like say something like, oh yeah, it makes sense, or whatever as we go through it. So then how do we release it? So we find this emotion, we find an age, we find out once we know enough about it, we can just release it. And what we do is we use a magnet. So mine's a little bit fancier. You can actually just use like a plumber's magnet or whatever, like a fridge magnet, or you can actually use your hand, which is the crazy thing too. But so what this is basically what we do is we're taking this magnet and we're swiping it across our governing meridian. So we have these energy channels in our bodies called meridians. And there's one meridian that goes from here, the top of your lip, all the way across, all the way down to your tailbone. And that's the one main meridian called the governing meridian that ties into all the other energetic systems in our body. And the really, really interesting thing is like, I don't know if you've ever taken a debit or a credit card before and kind of used a magnet and you've actually swiped it along there, but that actually deletes the information off of the credit card. So that's kind of what we're doing. Like if you pretend you're a debit or a credit card, we're taking a magnet. This governing meridian is the magnetic strip, and we just go along that magnetic strip and we just delete that trapped emotion. We delete that or completely from your subconscious. And then like magic, all of a sudden things start to feel better, things start to move around better. It's liberating and it's amazing. So yeah, if you have any questions about that, feel free to say a comment, shoot me an email, and have a discussion, send me a message, whatever it is. We can talk about that. But so now you have a little bit of an idea of what we're doing. I'm a certified emotion code practitioner and soon to be body code practitioner, and then I'll be switching everything to Periscope after this. But yeah, so aside from that, we're just going to get right into this, Melissa. First things first, what I like to do is I like to take 5 or 10 seconds just to kind of ask for help, just to make sure we're getting that spiritual guidance we need. So if you want to do that, you're more than welcome to do that as well. I'm just going to take 5 or 10 seconds here, so bear with me. Awesome. Okay, cool. Okay, so give me a clear yes, give me a clear no. So can I be a proxy for Melissa? Yes, I can. So that's proxy is like a distance, but that's the term for distance. So basically by me doing that is I can be a proxy for her and I can basically take on her subconscious like I was talking about. So give me a clear yes, give me a clear no. So my name is Melissa. My name is Spencer. My name is Melissa. So, and the way this works is My fingers are together, and it's almost like when I pull them apart, if it's a true statement, I don't actually have a lot of pressure here, but it's like if it's a true statement, it's almost like the fingers like stick together and they don't want to break apart. But when I say something that's false, it's like they immediately just have no more strength, or they like lose their stickiness. It's the strangest thing, but it's like give me a yes, and it's like they stick together without even like holding anything, and then give me a no, and it just goes right through. It's very, very bizarre, very interesting, but it allows us to do this kind of work. So give me yes, give me no. My name is Melissa. My name is Spencer. Okay, so let's get our baseline here. So give me a clear yes, give me a clear no. Are there any trapped emotions that we can release right now that are contributing to your stress level with completing this 5-year vision statement? Yes. Okay, so give me yes, give me no. So the way I like to do this is I like to just find out how many there are and then kind of go one by one super quickly. But let's see. So give me yes, give me no. So how many trapped emotions are there? Is there more than 5? Yes, there is. Give me yes, give me no. Is it 5? Is it 6? Is it 7? Is it 8 emotions? Okay. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Awesome. Sweet. So let's just get right into this. Okay, so give me yes, give me no. So the first trapped emotion, is it in column A? Is it in column B? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it row 1? Is it row 2? So give me yes, give me no. So it's B2. Is this one an inherited emotion? No. So it's your own emotion. Yes. Give me yes, give me no. Is it failure? Give me yes, give me no. Is it failure? Is it helplessness? Hopelessness, lack of control, low self-esteem. So just to give you an idea, this is where we are, little thing here. So we find out that it's helplessness. So give me a clear yes, give me a clear no. When did this helplessness become trapped? Was it before the age of, so you're 42 years young, so I'd say 20 is a nice midpoint. So give me yes, give me no. When did this helplessness become trapped? Was it before the, give me yes, give me no. Was it before the age of 20? No. 20 to 25, 25 to 30, 25, 26, 27, 28. So age 28. So I don't know if that makes sense for you, Melissa. Quite frankly, it doesn't necessarily matter. We just basically find enough just so that we can bring enough to consciousness so that we can release it. But yeah, if that does make sense, or if you have an experience that's something that just kind of popped into your head, you can just write a little like, yep, that makes sense, or whatever in the chat box that people can see. And if not, that's okay too, whatever you'd prefer. So I'm just going to do this, and I'm going to take this magnet. I'm going to go, we're just going to release this helplessness, just running that along the governing meridian there. So give me a yes, give me a no. Did we release that trapped emotion of helplessness? Yes, we did. So give me a yes, give me a no. So the second emotion, is it in column A? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it 4 through 6? Is it row 4? Is it row 5? So give me yes, give me no. So it's A5. Is this one, give me yes, give me no. Is this one inherited? Yes. So that's fun. Give me yes, give me no. Is this inherited blaming? Is this inherited dread? That's too funny. So dread, so it's inherited. So the cool thing with inherited emotions is that they actually go back multiple generations, or at least they can. I think I released one earlier today. It was like 92 generations or something, just crazy. But the way the inherited emotions work is that these trapped emotions, yes, you can get them trapped from your own personal experiences, but what can happen is somewhere up the chain, many, many years ago, somewhere in your gene pool, you had the experience of dread, and they felt it so powerfully that it got trapped into them. And then from every single person at the moment of conception all the way down to you, that is almost like a gene, a trapped emotion that comes to you almost like a gene that's automatically stuck in your energetic field the second that you are conceived. So, but the really, really cool thing with trapped emotions is it's like almost a shared, it's basically a shared emotion, which, so if you're, if you have kids, if you have parents around that you've inherited it from, and grandparents, whatever, well, as soon as you release it from you, you're actually releasing it from literally everyone else that's ever had it. So that's why these are so powerful. So let's see. So give me a clear yes, give me a clear no. So it was inherited. Was it inherited from mom? No, inherited from dad, actually. So give me yes, give me a no. How long, or how many generations? Give me yes, give me no. Is it more than 5? Is it more than 10? Is it more than 15? Is it 10? Is it 11? Is it 12? 12 generations. 12 G's. Let's see. Give me yes, give me a no. Did your dad get this from his dad, his mom? Okay, give me yes, give me no. Did she get this from her mom? No, her dad. That's cool. Give me yes, give me no. Did he get this from his mom? Yeah. Okay. So does it basically go? So now what we do is we kind of look for a pattern. So it's like, so you notice, Melissa is like, I guess you could, on this thing you'd say mom or whatever, but so it goes like mom, dad, mom, dad, mom, dad. So does it go back and forth between male and female? Yes, it does. So give me yes, give me a no. So it's 12 generations. So then by that standard, it should be, so then it must have started with a female then. Yes, give me a no. Or sorry. Yeah, give me yes, give me started with a female. Yeah. So we're just gonna go DM pattern. Started with a female. Okay, so now that we know the whole genealogy, do we need to know anything else about this? No. Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to do the same thing, except we're going to do a few more swipes. So we're just usually about 10 as this goes. So we're going to release this inherited emotion of dread. Cool. Give me yes, give me a no. Did we release that dread? Yes, we did. Wicked. Did you release it from your dad, your grandma, everyone up the chain? Yeah, okay, sweet. So give me yes, give me no. Third emotion, is it in column A? Is it in column B? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it 4 through 6? Is it row 4? So it's B4. Is this one inherited? No. Is it depression? Is it frustration? And give me yes, give me no. When did this frustration become trapped? Was it before the age of 20? Was it before the age of 15? Was it before the age of 10? Was it before the age of 5? Give me yes, give me no. Before the age of 5? Okay, so 5, age 6, age 7. So age 7 and frustration. Give me yes, give me no. Do we need to know anything else about that frustration? No. Let's release it. Releasing that frustration. Give me a clear yes. Give me a clear no. Did we release it? Yes, we did. So give me yes, give me no. So the fourth emotion, is it in column A? Is it in column B? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it row 1? Is it row 2? So it's B2. Give me yes, give me no. Is this one inherited? No. Is it failure? Okay, so there's that failure. But just to make sure, give me yes, give me no. Is it failure? Is it helplessness? Is it hopelessness? Is it lack of control? Is it low self-esteem? Failure. So give me yes, give me a no. When did this failure become trapped? Before age 20, before age 15, before age 10, age 10, age 11, age 12. So age 12 is when that one came in. Give me yes, give me no. Do you need to know anything else about it? No. Are any of these making sense for you, Melissa? Just to ask a general question. I'm just going to release this failure for you. If they are, just like throw a little message in there. So give me yes, give me a no. So did we release that failure? Yes, we did. So give me yes, give me no. So this fifth emotion, is it in column A? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it 4 through 6? Is it row 4? Is it row 5? Is it row 6? Okay, so give me yes, give me no. Is this trapped emotion inherited? No. Is it humiliation? Is it jealousy? Is it longing? Is it lust? Is it overwhelm? Makes sense. Almost feel like you're overwhelmed with a lot of stuff to do or whatever it is. I've been there for sure. In fact, I'm actually going through that right now with working on my my monthly initiatives and my daily action steps. So I'm right there with you. So give me a yes, give me a no. When did this overwhelm become trapped? Was it before the age of 20? Was it before the age of 15? Was it before the age of 10? Was it before the age of 5? Was it before birth? Age 1, age 2, age 3. Give me a yes, give me no. Age 1, age 2, age 3. Okay. So age 3. Now, give me yes, give me no. Was this actually your emotion? No. Okay. So this is kind of a cool one. So sometimes emotions, not only can they be inherited, but they can actually be absorbed. So if you just happen to be in an area where someone has experiencing, extreme overwhelm, you actually, because you're kind of around that, you might actually pick up on that. And us as kids, from 0 to 5, I would say maybe like 0 to 10, we're actually a lot more susceptible to absorbed emotions just because that's kind of how we communicate as kids. It's not like we know the language like super super well, but emotions and stuff like that and energy is kind of how we communicate as children. So you're a lot more susceptible to it. So let's see. So give me yes, give me no. So you absorbed this? Give me yes, give me no. Did you absorb this from a parent? Yes. Give me yes, give me no. Did you absorb it from mom? From dad, actually. Okay, so from dad. Okay, so give me yes, give me a no. Did do we need to know anything else about that overwhelm? No, we don't. Okay, so I was gonna use my hand, whatever. Releasing this overwhelm at age 3. Give me yes, give me a no. Did we release that overwhelm? Yes, we did. Okay, so give me yes, give me a no. So sixth emotion, is it in column A? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it row 1? Is it inherited? Is it abandonment? Give me yes, give me a no. Is it abandonment? Is it betrayal? Is it forlorn? Is it lost? Is it love under sea? So it's abandonment. When did this abandonment become trapped? Give me yes, give me a no. Was it before the age of Yes, give me no. Before the age of 20, before the age of 15, before the age of 10, before the age of 5, before birth. Interesting. Give me yes, give me no. Is this preconception? No. Is it prenatal? Okay, so give me yes, give me a no. Is it in the first trimester, the second trimester, the third trimester? Okay. So this one also, I'm assuming, give me yes, give me no. Is this absorbed from mom again? Um, uh, absorbed from mother or not, well, I guess absorbed from another person, as I guess I should say. So sometimes, similarly, obviously, before you're actually birthed, there's that 9-month period where you're still technically conceived and you're still considered a being. So you actually have somewhat of a consciousness, which means that you can still absorb trapped emotions from, usually it's from your mother because you're in her womb, which is why this is the case here. So thanks, mom and dad, for all the for all the awesome emotions here. Give me a yes, give me a no. Do we need to know anything else about that abandonment? No. Okay. So let's just release this abandonment there. Give me a clear yes, give me a clear no. Did we release that abandonment? Yes. The seventh emotion, is it in column, give me yes, give me a no. Is it in column A? Is it in column B? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it 4 through 6? Is it row 4 again? You know, so B4. Is this one inherited? No. Is it depression? Is it frustration? Is it indecisiveness? Makes sense. Give me yes, give me a no. When did this indecisiveness become trapped? Give me yes, give me a no. Was it before the age of 20, before the age of 15, before the age of 10, age 10, age 11, age 12, age 13, age 14? So age 14. Give me a clear yes, give me a clear no. Do we need to know anything else about that indecisiveness? No. All right, so let's just release this indecisiveness. Good. Give me a yes, give me a no. Did we release that indecisiveness? Yes, we did. So give me a yes, give me a no. Eighth trapped emotion. Sorry. Give me a yes, give me a no. So eighth emotion, is it in column A? Is it in column B? Is it rows 1 through 3? Give me a yes, give me a no. Is this row 1? Give me a yes, give me a no. Is it row 1? Is it row 2? Is it row 1? Is it row 2? Is it row 3? Okay, so B3. Is this one inherited? No. Is it confusion? Is it defensiveness? Is it grief? Is it self-abuse? Okay. Self-abuse. So usually, just so you have a better understanding of this, self-abuse is usually a lot of kind of negative self-talk or beating yourself up a little bit or being really hard on yourself. It can be like the physical form where it's like you're actually, implementing some sort of physical self-harm, but most of the time it's just being really hard on yourself. So let's find out. So give me yes, give me no. When did this self-abuse become trapped? Give me yes, give me no. Was it before age 20? Give me yes, give me no. Before age 20, 20 to 25, 25 to 30, this can be no 30, 30 to 35, 35 to 40. Okay, so relatively recent. Is it 35? Is it 36? Is it 37? Is it 38? So 38. Okay, so give me yes, give me no. Do we need to know anything else about that self-abuse? No. Okay, so let's release this self-abuse. Give me yes, give me a no. Did we release that self-abuse? Yes, we did. Okay. So give me a yes, give me a no. Are there any other trapped emotions we can release right now that are contributing to that stress with you completing your 5-year vision statement? Is there anything else we can release there normal trapped emotion wise? It says no. So Melissa, what I'd like you to do is just kind of stand up, walk around maybe like 15, 20 steps because we released quite a bit there. Just walk around a little bit. And then I just want you to, once you're done, I just want you to kind of check in with that stress level because at the beginning you started at an 8. I just want you to see if that's changed at all, if it's gone down, if it's the same, whatever it is. And then what I'll do is, and then let us know in the comments, what number you're at a 10, and I'm going to check and see if there's any hidden emotions. So hidden emotions are the same thing as regular trapped emotions. It's just that sometimes the subconscious likes to be sneaky and it tries to hide them from you. So you ask, is there a trapped emotion? And it says no. But then as soon as you ask the question, is there any hidden trapped emotions? It's like, okay, fine, here you go. So let's see. So give me yes, give me no. Are there any hidden trapped emotions? Yes. Okay, so give me yes, give me no. How many hidden trapped emotions are there? Is it more than is it more than 5? Is it less than 5? Is it 1 emotion? Is it 2 emotions? Is it 3 emotions? Is it 4 emotions? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4. Melissa, how are you doing there? Are you still are you still around there? Do you what would you say your level of stress is compared to that right now, compared to what it was before? If you're if you're around? Did you disappear? That's okay. Okay, well, I'll just keep working with this and see. Well, maybe she wants to talk to me individually. Let me see if I can. Um, uh, I'm just talking with her separately. I don't know. Maybe there's like a little bit of a Facebook glitch here. Um, I have the first three. So maybe if you just want to, maybe you just want to talk to me, through that. Oh wow. Okay. So yeah. So she's just talking to me separately on a different, for whatever reason, I don't know if Facebook's being a little bit weird, but she's talking to me on a separate Facebook chat, and she basically said that it went to about a four or a five, which is awesome. So that's great. So we're already making great progress. We went from an eight down to about a four or five. We'll call it a nice 4.5. So let's keep going. So give me yes, give me no. So there are hidden trapped emotions. Yes, there are. Yes, give me no. So the first hidden trapped emotion, is it in column A? Is it in column B? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it row 1? Is it row 2? So it's B2. Give me yes, give me no. Is this one inherited? Give me yes, give me no. Is this one inherited? Is it failure? Is it helplessness? Is it hopelessness? Is it lack of control? Oops, daisies. Lack of control. So let's see. So give me yes, give me no. When did this lack of control become trapped? Was it before the age of, give me yes, give me no? Was it before the age of 20, before the age of 15, before the age of 10? Age 10, age 11. Age 11 for this guy. Give me yes, give me a no. Do we need to know anything else about it? No, we don't. Okay, so can I release it? Yes, I can. Okay. So let's just release this lack of control at age 11. Give me yes, give me a no. Did we release it? Yes, we did. Hey, Kelly, thanks so much for joining. So let's see here. So give me yes, give me a no. So did we release that lack of control? Yes, we did. Okay, so give me yes, give me a no. Second emotion, is it in column A? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it 4 through 6? Is it row 4? Is it row 5? So A5. Is this one inherited? No. Is it blaming? Is it dread? Yes, give me a no. Is it blaming? Is it dread? Is it fear? Is it horror? Is it peeved? So it's fear. Okay. Oh no. We don't want that, especially when you want to make your dreams come true, right, Melissa? Give me yes, give me no. So when did this fear become trapped? Was it before age 20? Was it between 20 and 25? 25 and 30, actually. Give me yes, give me no. 25, 26, 27. So age 27 and fear. So I don't know if that makes sense for you. Um, all right. Let's see. So give me yes, give me a no. Do we need to know anything else about that fear before we release it? No. Okay, so let's just release it. Releasing this fear at age 27. Boom. Give me yes, give me no. Did we release it? Heck yes, we did. Give me yes, give me no. Third emotion, give me yes, give me no. Is it in column A? Is it in column B? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it row 1? Is this one inherited? Is it effort unreceived? Give me yes, give me no. Is it effort unreceived? Heartache, insecurity, overjoy, vulnerability. So it's effort unreceived. So effort unreceived is basically the feeling of like, why did I even bother? So you do something and then afterwards you're like, oh, why did I even put in the effort? Like, why did I even bother? So that's what effort unreceived is. So let's see. Let's see when this got trapped. So give me a yes, give me a no. When did this get trapped? Give me a yes, give me a no. Was it before the age of 20? Was it before the age of 15? Was it before the age of 10? Was it before the age of 5? Was it before birth? Give me a yes, give me a no. Is this another prenatal? It is. Thanks, mom. And thanks, mom. Give me a yes, give me a no. Was it first trimester, second trimester, third trimester again? It's actually very interesting. Um, Usually when we find something that's prenatal, it most commonly occurs in the third trimester, mostly probably just because you're that much more conscious when you're, you know, um, pretty much just before birth kind of thing, right? So I'm assuming, give me yes, give me no. Did this get attract or absorbed from your mom? Yeah, absorbed from mom again. Thanks, mom. I'm sure you can thank her later on. Give me yes, give me no. Do we need to know anything else about that effort unreceived? Yeah. Let's just release this effort unreceived. Give me a yes, give me a no. Did we release it? Yes. Okay, so give me yes, give me no. So this fourth emotion, is it in column A? Is it in column B? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it 4 through 6? Is it row 4? Is it row 5? Is this one inherited? No. Is it conflict? Is it creative insecurity? Is it terror? Is it unsupported? All right. So maybe you feel like you're not getting the support you need to be able to do it. Do you have people to talk with? Do you have people to bounce off ideas? I don't know. Maybe you feel that that's not, what you have access to right now. Could be. Give me yes, give me no. When did this unsupported become trapped? Give me yes, give me no. Was it before the age of 20? Give me yes, give me no. Before the age of 20, before the age of 15, age 15, age 16, age 17. So age 17 and unsupported. So I don't know if that makes sense to you, Melissa. Give me yes, give me no. Do we need to know anything else about that? No. Okay. So let's just release that unsupported at age 17. Good. Give me yes, give me a no. Did we release it? Yes, we did. So give me yes, give me a no. Are there any other hidden trapped emotions that we can release right now that's contributing to that stress level with completing that 5-year vision statement? No. Okay. So, Melissa, what I'd like you to do again is just kind of like stand up, walk around maybe 10, 15 steps, and then just kind of, if you can, put your answers, in the live stream and put your comment in there. If you can do that, do that. If not, um, uh, yeah, just kind of send me a Facebook message like you did before. Oh, right. And I totally forgot to do one other thing. Give me one sec here. Um, Boom. Okay. Just wanted to make sure I had someone else I was talking to that was really interested in hearing about it. So I just wanted to make sure that he got on here so he could figure out what all this is. So yeah, so whenever you're done walking around there, let me know what that number is there, Melissa, instead of 4.5 or 5. And also I'll kind of explain what a psychic trauma is. So a psychic trauma, just in case, well, actually, let's ask. Give me yes, give me a no. Are there any psychic traumas? Yeah. Okay. So psychic trauma, what this is it's basically the exact same thing as a trapped emotion, except it's kind of like a combination of 2 or 3 of these emotions. So what happens is you have an experience where you feel one of these or 2 or 3 of these emotions simultaneously, and it creates this ball of energy just like it would be a trapped emotion, but it's a combination of those frequencies. It's kind of like, let's just say you had an experience where you got, where someone betrayed you. So then you got a feeling of betrayal and then a feeling of anger. Boom, meshed into one psychic trauma. So that's kind of how that works. So if you have any questions about that, you obviously feel free to do that. So I can see your comment. I can see that comment now, Melissa. So yeah, I don't know that if you just keep putting your comments right there, I'm sure we'll be able to see it eventually. Um, but yeah. So other than that, maybe just send it to me in the individual thing again, or into the Facebook uh, Facebook Messenger then. And then I'll just continue to see if there's any psychic traumas. So give me a clear yes, give me a clear no. Is there any psychic traumas? Yes, there are. Is it more than one psychic trauma? Is it just the one psychic trauma? Interesting. Okay. Now I'm really curious to see what your number's at. But let's just go through and search for that. So give me a clear yes, give me a clear no. So psychic traumas, there's only one. So when did the psychic trauma occur? Give me yes, give me no. Was it before the interesting field? Oh, that's great. That's awesome. So down to about a 3 or so. That's amazing. So I'm interested to see what the psychic trauma does then. So let's get in there, or let's get after it. So give me yes, give me no. So the psychic trauma, when did it become trapped? Give me yes, give me no. Was it before the age of 20? Give me yes, give me no. Before the age of 20, before the age of 15, before the age of 10. Age 10, age 11, age 12, age 13. So age 13, oops, it daisies, so it's at the wrong place. Age 13. And let's see what these emotions are. So give me yes, give me no. Can we find out what these emotions are? Yes, we can, because for whatever reason, sometimes it doesn't want to give it to you. But give me yes, give me no. Is it just 2 emotions? So just 2. Is it 3? Just 2. So this first emotion, is it in give me yes, give me no. Is it in column A? Is it in column B? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it row 1? Is it row 2? Okay, is this first draft emotion, is it failure? Is it helplessness? So helplessness again. Okay. And the second emotion, give me yes, give me no. Is it in column A? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it 4 through 6? Is it row 4? Yes, give me no. Is this one anger? Is it bitterness? Is it guilt? I don't know what that is, if that makes sense for you, if you wanna, maybe put a comment if that makes sense or whatever it is. So basically something happened at age 13. First thing that pops in your mind is, let us know, of helplessness and guilt. And helplessness is feeling like you're not contributing, stuff like that. And guilt, I feel like that's a pretty self-explanatory emotion there. But let's find out. Give me a yes, give me a no. Do you need to know anything else about this guilt? No. Okay, so let's just release this psychic trauma of helplessness and guilt. Release it the exact same way we would a regular draft emotion. Give me yes, give me no. Did we release that helplessness and guilt? Yes, we did. Okay, so give me yes, give me a no. Is there anything else we can do emotion code wise right now contributing to that that stress level with completing that 5-year vision statement? It says no, but just to make sure I'm super thorough here, give me yes, give me a no. Is there anything like body code I can do? Oh, okay. Give me yes, give me a no. So you're getting a little bit extra here. Give me yes, give me no. Is it some sort of like emotional resonance? Okay. So emotional resonance. So let's see. So an emotional resonance, it's basically the exact same thing as a trapped emotion, except um, the way to think about it is if you imagine like a bell and like a church bell or something, and someone hits that thing with a mallet, um, you hear that audible sound of that frequency, and you hear that frequency. But then after a while, the bell stops making the audible sound. But if you took a fine instrument and you actually put it up to that instrument or up to the bell, you'd actually see that it's still vibrating in that same frequency. So, instead of being like a little ball of energy like a trapped emotion is, it's actually more of like your DNA is vibrating at that, like it's still resonating in that frequency. So it's slightly different, but we use the same chart of emotion still, and still find the same age and everything. So it's very similar. It's slightly different. But let's see. So give me a clear yes. Give me a clear no. How many emotional resonances are there? Give me a second. Is it less than 5? Is it just one? Just one. Okay. So let's see. So give me a yes. Give me a no. So this emotional resonance, give me is it emotional resonance in column A? Give me yes, give me no. Is it in column A? Is it in column B? Is it rows 1 through 3? Is it row 1? Is it row 2? Is it row 3? Is this give me yes, give me no. Is this an emotional resonance of confusion? Is this one inherited? No. Confusion. Defensiveness, grief, self-abuse, stubbornness, confusion. All right. So give me a yes, when did this emotional resonance of confusion get trapped? Give me a yes, was it before the age of 20? Give me a yes, no. Before age 20, 20 to 25, age 20, age 21, age 22, actually. I don't know if that rings a bell for you, um, Melissa. And then if you want to either send me a message or put something in the chat if you can. But the cool thing is, give me yes, no. Do you need to know anything else about it? No. All right, so let's just release this emotional resonance of confusion at age 22 and give me a yes, give me a no. Did we release it? Yes, we did. Okay. Is there any other emotional resonances that we can release contributing to this stress level? No. Give me a yes, give me a no. Is there anything else body code wise we can do? Anything else emotion code wise? Anything else body codes? Can we still work with Melissa right now? No, you're sick of forking her. She's done. um, yeah, so that right there, that is what an emotion code slash, I guess, partial body code session looks like. So I'm just really excited to see where, so rings a bell, relationship and transitioning. Wait. Oh, from age 22. Okay, gotcha, gotcha. Gotcha. Well, let's find out. Give me a yes, give me a no. Is this emotional resonance, does it have to do with that particular thing? That's a solid yes. Okay, cool. So, maybe like walk around a little bit, like 5, 10 steps, and then just if you want to put a comment in there and just say where your number is right now. And so instead of being an 8 out of 10, where did it drop to, or is it still around that, 3 area? And in the meantime, I just want to thank everyone so much for joining the stream today. I love doing this work. It's so much fun. If you have any questions about anything, or if you want to get a hold of me, I have a couple things here. Like I had at the beginning, I'm actually going to be switching this from Facebook Lives over to Periscope just because it's a little bit more widespread And I mean, I have a stream going on to Periscope right now, but I want to focus in purely on that and do more live streaming on that. So yeah, so definitely follow me on Periscope. It's just at SB Mind Body. Same thing with Facebook, same thing with Instagram, and then yeah, so all my stuff is in the description. So if you want a free session, all you have to do is kind of follow that stuff. Send me an email with like proof that you've kind of subscribed to all that stuff, and then I'll actually work with you. And I actually just recently worked with someone who lived in Sweden, so it's definitely open. It's I'd love to do it for you, and let me know. So let's see here. Let's see. Probably still around a 3. Okay, so many younger emotions. Yeah. Okay, so still around a 3. And what's really interesting with this work too is something to really know is that sometimes there's healing time, or sorry, sometimes there's like uh how do I say this? There's treatment time and then there's healing time. So sometimes we'll see like a big shift, like it'll go from an 8 down to like a 3, like we just saw. Super awesome. But then otherwise, and you're absolutely you're welcome, Melissa. It's my pleasure to be able to work with you, and thank you so much for being on stream today. So like I was saying before, there's the treatment time and then there's the healing time. So you see a big jump, and then sometimes the body, because you're removing these balls of energy, your body kind of needs to get into a little bit more of a state of equilibrium and kind of start to heal itself, because that's what we're doing ultimately, is because your body already knows how to heal itself. It already knows exactly what to do and what's imbalanced, but for whatever reason there's something there that's blocking it or disrupting that. So if we can start to remove that interference, we can remove those trapped emotions, your body knows how to kick into gear and start healing itself. So sometimes it's immediate shift. Sometimes it takes a little bit of time just to kind of scrape up the rest of whatever's left and just finally do the rest of the healing on its own. So it might take a couple hours. It might take a day or two. But we'll have to see how it goes. So once again, thank you so much for tuning in here. Give me a follow on Periscope, Facebook, Instagram. Shoot me an email. I'd love to work with you. But aside from that, thank you so much, Melissa, for being on here again. And take care and have a great week.